Subscribe to Bizbo and press the bell icon. See boring news turn into enjoyable stories. Is 13 an unlucky number? It surely seems so for SS Rajamouli, when during the term of the 13th President of India Pranab Mukherjee, Rajamouli's home state of Andhra Pradesh was ripped into two with the formation of Telangana. It pained him because
both states speak the same language, share the same food, culture and watch the same movies. Then why?
So while during his innumerable readings of the Ramayana, Mahabharata and Indian history, when he came across freedom fighters Komaram Bhim from Telangana and Alluri Sitarama Raju from Andhra region, a majestic idea popped up in his head. He discussed it with his father K. Vijayendra Prasad, the noted scriptwriter.
నాన్న ఈ ఇద్దరి హీరోల్ని కలిపి ఒక సినిమా తీస్తే ఎలా ఉంటుంది? It will be our way of saying that we are one, not separate people.
But Rajamouli would be swimming against the tide were he to make a film on freedom fighters in British India. Almost every such film had failed or was only moderately successful at the box office, even though some had collected awards. No one wants to pay money to watch a history lesson on the big screen.
Your storytelling fails if you don't put a twist to the historical narrative.
And that twist was therefore all to see when Rajamouli released RRR, Rise, Roar, Revolt, with two top Telugu stars, Charan and Junior NTR. Borrowing heavily from the epics, K. Vijayendra Prasad blended history, patriotism and unbreakable friendship with mythology, molding Bhim's character after Hanuman by bringing in the Sanjeevani angle, recreating the carrying of Ram on his shoulders and many other such references which we will be posting in our community section. Now Lord Ram never met Pandava Bhim, but Prasad with the magic of his pen brought them together for RRR. Rajamouli also smartly widened the net to cover Hindi-speaking audiences by casting Bollywood star Alia Bhatt in her shortest role ever. The story goes that she saw the legendary director at Hyderabad airport one day.
Rajamouli sir.
अरे आलिया तुम?
Sir, can I get an opportunity to work with you in one of your future films?
To Alia's surprise,
Why not? Surely.
keeping his word, he offered her the role of Sita, Alluri's fiancée in RRR. The second big Bollywood star was Ajay Devgn in a cameo, for which it is rumored he took a hefty sum of 25 crore. And even though his role was small, it was crucial to the character development of Alluri, aka Ram. Just like Rajamouli diversified his star cast to cast his safety net wider, the same way investors too need to diversify their investments to cover different type of asset classes. One such option is through Wint Wealth's platform, which offers you the option of bonds, a crucial asset class missing from everyone's portfolio. Promoted by well-known people from the world of finance who also invest their personal money in it as a way to diversify their portfolio. Over 21,000 investors have invested over 300 crore via their platform through their 12 offerings so far. Most important for Wint Wealth is the security of the asset and to ensure you get your fixed returns, and this forms the core part of their investment philosophy. As they work only with senior secured bonds that make sure you get the highest levels of security possible. Wint Wealth is the one-stop shop that handholds you through your investment process. But like everything else, this investment too has some risk, liquidity, credit and fraud risks. And we urge potential investors to contact Wint Wealth and understand the pros and cons before investing. Click on the link provided in the video description and get in touch with Wint Wealth to know more. Rajamouli's use of the Cuban revolutionary Che Guevara's motorcycle, the Norton 500, was his tribute to the struggle of the week. As cash registers started ringing, the distributors and producers of the film are doing the steps of the Natu Natu song. But do you know how many takes they took for this song? The perfectionist in Rajamouli, who had clearly visualized the screens in his head beforehand,
Cut!
seemed to be unhappy with every take for some reason or the other.
Cut! Ram, your hip is too high.
Nobody was allowed to improvise upon his vision.
Cut!
The dust is coming from the wrong side.
Cut!
70 plus takes. And guess which take was approved? You will be surprised. Answer at the end of the video. What commitment! Can you imagine two privileged South Indian stars, both sons of former superstars, putting so much effort into just one song? Character artist Makaran Deshpande, who had a small but impactful role in RRR, explains the difference in the working styles of superstars in Bollywood and the South Indian film industry.
South actors surrender to the director's vision completely.
Unlike what happened in the Hindi film Chak De, where it is believed that a Bollywood superstar refused the coach's role, it is believed that Salman Khan insisted with the director Shimit Amin.
India should play Pakistan in the finals, not Australia. But Pakistan didn't qualify for the tournament. So what? It's just a movie.
And walked away in a huff. Since Bahubali, Rajamouli expects all his actors to get into the skin of their character.
This information will train your mind to think how the characters would behave in 150 to 200 different situations.
After reading and rereading the sheets over a continuous period of 3 days, they themselves became the character. Then they were tested on how much of it they had imbibed.
Bhima, if you see an injured snake along your path, what will you do?
Sir, I will catch it and nurse it back to health.
Ram, how will you react?
Nothing can come between me and my mission. So with a heavy heart, I will leave it lying there injured. But if it tries to attack me, I will kill it. But despite all this, Rajamouli's movies don't have any memorable dialogues, unlike in Pushpa.
Pushpa Raj, main jhukega nahi saala.
Or even the decades-old Mr. India.
Mogambo, khush hua.
However, he has a very versatile family that are involved in all aspects of his movies. For RRR, his father was a scriptwriter, son, line producer, wife, costume designer, cousin, music director, another cousin, script doctor, and sister-in-law in post-production. Rajamouli understands the importance of VFX in theatrical releases, which is why a large part of his budget, 150 crore of RRR's 400 crore, was spent on VFX, approximately the same amount he spent on his entire star cast. No wonder his films are eagerly anticipated by theatregoers who throng cinema halls, earning him pots. But at least one actor, Alia Bhatt, was unhappy with the praise she earned, feeling her role was chopped and that her 20 minutes of screen time was overshadowed by the presence of the two heroes. It was all the more jarring to her because only a month earlier, Alia's Gangubai Kathiawadi played a lead in a successful Bollywood movie.
मेरे क्या फालतू समझ रखेला है क्या?
But before anyone noticed her impulsive posts on the matter, Alia deleted them from her Instagram account. Elsewhere, even fans of Junior NTR had to be cajoled by the star himself. Rajamouli has given equal importance to both Ram and Bhim's roles. A noted historian and author mistook the movie for a history lesson. Alluri Sitarama Raju never had any romantic interest in his life. This is the case of character assassination. On the contrary, we should be grateful that Rajamouli has thrown light on the various unknown struggles against the British. The movie is loosely based on the Adivasi revolts of the 1920s after the introduction of the Madras Forest Act in 1882 that took away their lands. In reality, Alluri Sitarama Raju was born in 1897 in a small village near Andhra's Visakhapatnam, while Komaram Bhim was born in 1901 in Telangana's Asifabad village. Alluri led the Rampa rebellion in what is now Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh, while Bhim fought the Nizam of Hyderabad, a British proxy. He coined the slogan Jal Jangal Jameen, water forest land. Alluri was captured by the Britishers, tied to a tree and killed in May 1924. Bhim was killed by the Nizam's army in 1940 at Jodeghat near Hyderabad. The aftermath of the movie has made Ram Charan a marketable star in Mumbai city, the heart of its film industry. No wonder Bollywood stars are being forced to sell Gudka nowadays. Now Yash's KGF 2 has marched his army into the heart of the Hindi heartland through cameos by Bollywood stars Sanjay Dutt and Raveena Tandon, adopting a strategy similar to RRR. Now we will tell you which take of the Natu Natu song was approved for the final cut. Ready? Yeah, it's the second one. Bizbo's Limerick. History decided that they never meet, but Rajamouli crafted just such a deed. With a twist in the plot, the two together he brought. As usual, his films, our expectations exceed. You will also find these sources listed in the video description section.